for the dignified manner in which they've also respected the memory of the victims of the Lusitania in May 1915, both through the maintenance of the old church graveyard and the construction of the Jerusalem Corner Monument in Higgins Square. The story of Titanic, her construction, her short life, her tragic loss, will be carried on for many generations. Why? Because it is a very human story. It is rooted in our instincts for the advancement and promise of technology. It illustrates the limits of human endeavour and above all the overwhelming forces of nature which we ignore at our peril. As a story of the modern industrial age, it is now quite well documented. We can know the soul of what happened, and yet for so many parts of the story, we are left to reflect and why it was so. And we have to draw, above all, our own contending moral conclusions.
The Cobh Harbour Chamber of South Sweden, Chairman of Fort Cruise Unlimited, Mr. Hendrik Verwey, Flag Officer Commanding the Naval Service, Commodore Mark Bella, Colonel Jim Long, Officer Commanding the 1st Southern Brigade.
Previously out of their portions, as they wish to Now, I thank you, Commodore Bennett, and for your kind invitation, and also to all of the men and women who are gathered here for the opportunity to visit our golden base. For what is a historic day for the maritime community. I've just been recalling, I think appropriately, the fate of the Titanic, whose 100th anniversary occurs today. It was 100 years ago today that it set sail. It is a great example, if you like, of a gesture of science, technology, and superb engineering fitted against the great power of the sea. And of course, with enormous and complex consequences and results, the sea took its toll with incredible loss of life. I think that when the Titanic weighed out of the last time in the port of Cobh and collected the last 123 passengers before continuing its fateful journey, it was, if you like, doing something that many of you who are at sea regularly know, and it is the importance of the sea itself as a force of nature. But it's natural for the townspeople of Cobh that they would choose to commemorate the tragedy with the poignancy and the effort that they have. I should say to you that this is my very first visit as President of Ireland to a military base of any kind. I'm very happy that it is to onboard a naval base. Under the Constitution, I have powers which I have no intention of abusing. But this is my first visit, and I want to say very thank you for the extraordinary practice and the great amount of information and care that was shown to myself and to Sabina, my wife, and to those who are travelling with me. Or go to Miss McKay, who are difficult or unavailable, agus captain of Praveen, of Queenie Spark on Shindiana, and now a quarter quarter, one out Cowley one do. I think that I have said already, and it is important for me to say so, insofar as it is my first visit and as President of Ireland. I want to pay tribute to all of you, to thank you to the seaman who has welcomed me, but also to pay tribute to the work that you do on behalf of all of the people of Ireland. Commodore and I have been discussing this. It is you who act on our behalf, not on behalf of individuals or even the state, because we're temporary, but the Irish people in perpetuity. So, Gramadi Gair, or some Forger Cushion Rome, or the Stick of Gaman, down in the day at all over to Wild and Selfish Conflict on Gargaru, and I briefly talked here to the Sclosh and Conflict, Toshik the Gair and Sean. I think that all the different services that are represented here, I acknowledge your work. Holboland Island, for those of us who live further on the west coast, has an interesting naval history. It was fortified more than 4 centuries ago in 1602, and it became a base for the Royal Navy in the 18th and 19th centuries. It is interesting that those of us who are in politics will recall messages that occur in political history, such as the case of the Irish ports, as Britain, even though we gained our independence in the Free State of Malta in 1922, Britain's retention of the Irish ports, known as the Treaty Ports of Cork, Bearhaven and Oxford, as well as the control of Irish waters meant until the 19th.